Hi kids, today we're going to talk about the structures, purposes, and language features of different text types for our English for quarter 1, week 4 and 5. So I have here two types of text and I'm going to ask you later on what is the difference of this text. So we have here recipe and a short story. Okay, let's proceed. So this is a recipe of a sunny side up egg. But what do you think is the purpose of this text? Is it A, instructs the readers, or B, entertains the readers? If your answer is letter A, you are correct. So this text is an example of a factual text. How does it happen? When we say factual text, these are used to inform, so that means any text that inform, recount, instruct, or persuade readers are example of factual text. These are common for speeches, historical documents, government reports, persuasive text, recounts, instructional or procedural text because they contains facts information. Alright? So this text can be found on newspapers, science books, magazines, and historical books. Another example of a text is this one. This is a short story. So but what do you think is the purpose of this? Is it A, instructs the reader, or B, entertains the readers? If your answer is letter B, you are correct. Because a short story entertains a reader and is an example of a literary text. But what is a literary text? This text, so any text that are used to entertain using language form and structured in creative manner are examples of literary text. So usually the characters in this type of text are unbelievable characters like aliens, Disney characters because these are fictional texts, and mermaids and genies. So those are some of the few examples of a literary text characters of a short story. Literary examples are drama, short stories, narrative text, and poetry. The purposes of a text are to entertain, to inform, and to persuade. So what are the two types of text? Do you remember? Okay, let's analyze this one. So what type of text is this? The frog and the mouse. Okay, this is an example of a literary text because it entertains and uses characters from the outside of reality. While the recipe is an example of a factual text because it contains facts or proven information. So we have here structures of a text. So we have 5 structures. We have descriptions, cause and effect, problem and solution, sequence, instruction, process, and compare and contrast. So any text that describes a person, place, or a certain event and animals are called or falls under the structure of a description. While the sequence or instruction or process structure is these are any text that provides steps in performing an action or event or order. When we say cause and effect, these are texts that seeks to identify what happened and how or why it happened. So usually there are causes and effects within a text. And the next one is compare and contrast. So text that provides similar or dissimilar information about two persons, certain places, events, and animals are called compare and contrast text. And the next one is the problem and solution text. These are texts that states the problem and the possible solution. So usually this problem and solution text can be found on science books and magazines. So Can you tell me the structures of text types? Comment your answers below.